Yo, what is up YouTube? It is Xenorn30 here, and I'm coming to you guys with another entry into our, I guess we can call it our storytime series since I have no idea what else to call it. I know it's pretty basic, but hey, I'm just going to go with it. The last story that I brought you guys when the cops come and knock in with the swarm gameplay got a decent amount of love, but obviously I would love it if it got more, so the link's going to be on this video right now. If you guys want to go check that out first, I would definitely appreciate it. I think you guys will enjoy it. If you don't want to, that's fine too. Just go ahead and just keep sticking around for this one. If you guys want to see more story videos though, definitely leave a like on this video. I'm looking for 10 likes before I do another story because, I don't want to just kind of burn through all my stories with people not really being interested in it. They're just kind of like, oh, he's telling another story. That's cool, I guess. But I'd rather that you guys be asking for the stories, That way I can, give them on demand per se instead of, going through all my stories because soon I'll be out. I mean, I can't just make shit up. So anyway, that brief aside out of the way, obviously this is a Destiny gameplay. This is Control. And this is around a 21 kill game if I remember correctly, which is not anything to scoff at for sure. 21 kills is a pretty big number in Destiny just because of how the life and shielding is set up and supers in general and whatnot. But I definitely could have gone for more. I know I could have because I had a couple of really dumb deaths in here that took some time away from me. I played Ring Around the Rosie with an interceptor at least twice, which is, if you guys have played this game, you know that's an awful idea because it's going to get you nothing but heartache most of the time. And I also jumped in this gameplay late, as you guys probably noticed. So with all those factors, put together, I definitely think I could have dropped at least 30, 35. But there is a point midway through this game where I jump on their A flag and completely outplay the kids there. I'm not even going to lie. And you'll notice it because I get a Merciless, which is like a 10 kill streak medal. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay, but let's get on into the story. So last story was about a sketchy party that I had, and that one was more in the spring. This one, it was about 3 or 4 months before. This is when I first started going to parties, I guess you could say, because my junior year, I didn't really do anything. I was pretty on the straight and narrow, and I was really on the straight and narrow my senior year too, but I was actually going to stuff like that. But in the last story, like I talked about, I was more like the DD anyway. I didn't really do too much. And in this party especially, I just kind of got there and just kind of was like the awkward kid just standing around talking to his friends. But anyway, so this is in the dead of winter, so their driveway was icy as fuck. I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there right now, and this is going to play a big part in the story a bit later, so remember this. Their driveway was icy as fuck. I remember eating shit twice on the way in and watching a bunch of other people just eat shit just because it was dark and you didn't expect it. But this party was weird because the parents were still there for the party. Yeah, and I'm not sure if they allowed alcohol at this one, but I definitely went back there. Don't ask me why, but I did for another pseudo get together or whatever. And the parents were drinking with the kids, if that's not weird at all. But anyway, so yeah, this party, the only rule that I remember them giving is that they didn't want people smoking weed. Which obviously, since it's a high school party and the parents tell you not to smoke weed, the kids are gonna find a way to go smoke weed, right? So the people who were doing it were just going outside and going around the house, which A, seems like an awful idea, but I guess they just figured it was okay. I think they either went around the house, some of them drove them off to a park and they smoked, but anyway. And then they came back. So the main story is not the party itself, it's what happens a bit after the party. So the party's starting to wind down, at least it is for me. People are just kind of chilling, and I'm really, really fucking bored. So most of my friends that I usually talk with had already left. The one guy who was one of my best friends there, he was there, but he was, trying to, hit it up with some girls and whatnot, so I didn't want to get in his way. So I go upstairs, it's about 2 in the morning, and I'm like, ah, fuck it, I'm so tired, I'm just going to go to sleep. So I pick this nice couch, I get some blankets, and, I'm just about to hit it off, and so I fall asleep. I'm having the greatest sleep ever. And around 4 in the morning, one of the girls who's at the party is shaking me awake. So I wake up and I'm super pissed. I'm like, why are you waking me up right now? But then I hear this insane screaming coming from the guy whose party it was, his mom. Apparently she had smelled weed because the guys around 3, 4 in the morning had gone around the house and were smoking, and they smoked right under the parents' bedroom window, and I guess they didn't notice that. So completely retarded, but they did it. And so she smelled it, and she comes down, and apparently she comes out, and she had been screaming for about 5 minutes before that, and I had slept through that. Don't ask me how, I guess I'm a heavy sleeper, but I was sleeping through screaming. Anyway, she comes down, and she's screaming what the fuck? I think she said what the fuck. Okay, so I'm pretty sure she used a lot of cuss words, but I was kind of like groggy from sleep. So she could have been saying it in a lot nicer ways, but she was screaming at us. Like, what the heck are you guys doing? This is disgusting. I want you guys all out of my house. I'm calling the cops, etc., etc. Like, she was just livid, screaming at everyone. And so everyone's just, like, panicking. I, like, get all my shit together as fast as I can. I throw it in my bag. And so we all start trying to head out the house as fast as we can. So it's 4 in the morning. Remember that it's icy as fuck. So I'm the last one out of the house because I was the last one to wake up. And all I'm seeing is everyone just like panic, like half running through the driveway. People are eating shit left and right. Everyone's trying to like escape this house. And it was just bad. It was just bad business. But the story does not end there. So we end up going to Walmart because we had very little options on where we could go. It's 4 in the morning. I definitely can't go home. Like, what am I going to tell my parents? There's no place else that we can really go, safely, like, not get in trouble. So we're sitting here in this Walmart parking lot. Sorry, I had to take a breath. And another guy comes up who was at the party. He's with his girlfriend at the time, and she was like, well, what are you guys gonna do? And we're like, we have no fucking clue. Because I had my best friend Colin with me at the time. One of my best friends. Sorry, I can't say he is, but he was one of mine. And they were like, we're just gonna go back to Drew's house, which is the girl. She's like, yeah, we're just gonna sneak in and we're just gonna stay the night there. Then Nathan, who was her boyfriend, is just gonna leave in the morning. And she's like, you guys want to do that? So I thought that was kind of weird that they would offer that to us. Like, the couple was offering me and Colin to come crash with them, but I was like, fuck it. Like, we have no other choice. Let's just do it. So we go to this person's house, and she lives in remember that nice neighborhood that I was talking to you guys about? The party that, just got busted up, the last story. Sorry, I really butchered that. Yeah, last story, that party. Yeah, that's the same neighborhood as this one, just a little bit farther down the street. So we go, and I park my car down, like, at the end of the cul-de-sac. And so we start walking towards her house, and we have to tread through giant banks of snow, like, about my whole leg deep, to get to, like, her back, like, screen door or whatever. And we get there, and it's closed, and apparently that means that you can't get in without, like, setting an alarm off. So she goes over to her window, and just it's barely cracked open because of ice or something like that. And so we go in through there. So like this is like 100% sketchy as fuck for me. So we get in there finally, and no alarms go off, but we hear people like moving around the house, like, and they're moving like pretty decently quick. And so she pretty much like stuffs all 3 of us into her closet so we don't get seen. And she goes up and she like starts like talking to like family and whatnot. So me, Colin, and Nathan are 3 dudes packed shoulder to shoulder in this it wasn't even a walk-in closet. It was like one of those ones where you like barely open the door and there's barely enough room for your clothes. So my knees, I had bad knees at this time because this is when basketball was going on, so I had pretty bad knees. And my knees are killing me right now because I'm like in this weird position with my knees stuffed against the door of the closet. I'm like shoulder to shoulder with Colin and Nathan, and we're here for, I shit you not, 30 minutes. We were just sitting there forever, just scared out of our minds that someone was going to come down and get us. But finally, she comes down and everything's okay. And so me and Colin sleep on the floor, and her and Nathan sleep in the bed, obviously, because they're the couple. And so Colin passes out right away, lucky bastard, and I'm laying there. I'm slowly falling asleep. I'm like, fuck, this was a close night. And then I hear them start having sex to my right. I have like the covers like up over my face because I didn't want those problems, but that is one of the weirdest scenarios, listening to 2 people have sex. Like just when you thought it was safe to sleep, I hear that yelling that wakes me up at 4 in the morning, and just when I'm about to fall asleep, 2 people start fucking in the bed next to me. And I thought that blew my mind that they were having sex, because we're in her house and we're not supposed to be. So like, what happens if you guys start being loud and bring someone down? Like, then we're super fucked. Then you're having sex with their daughter, and there's 2 other dudes just laying in the room. I don't know. It was just all bad in my eyes. But anyway, I do finally fall asleep, thank God, before they started getting too crazy. And then wake up around, I can't remember if it was like 6 a.m., maybe 7 a.m. And then we go out the same window that we came in, and we're just having to hope that the mom and dad, well, I'm not sure the dad was home, but we have to hope that the mom and the sister are not up looking through the one window of the side of the house that we are going to run past, because there was a lot of windows on that house, like a lot of windows, and we weren't sure which one they were at, so we kind of go around the side of the house to this really huge-ass snowbank that I was talking to you about, and we just kind of wait for a second and kind of look up at the top window for a little bit, and then we just choose a moment and we just haul ass. We never look back. We run straight for our cars, and that was it. We escaped that night, and I just remember going home, my parents being like, "Oh, you're home early, nice," and we got away. So as you can see, guys, the gameplay is done, and that is actually the end of my story. I hope you guys enjoyed. That was a really sketchy night for me, for sure, but I came through unscathed and lived to have another sketchy night and a couple more. So hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'm out of here.